Hey there, Mustangs. Welcome to school for the week of May 2nd.
Let's start off the week with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Job well done. Let's see what's happening at Westlake this week.
Thanks for the update. Last week we continued our RISE review games and completed our first week of RISE testing. Let's find out more.
All right, Mustangs, here we are with another report of how the M Games results from last week, and I am so excited. 7th graders, you did it! It was a nail biter last week. We were looking at that score every day, and you were tied for a while, but in the end, 7th grade, you pulled through. I'm so proud of you. You all get 200 crazy points for beating out those 8th graders in the last minute. So those points are added to your crazy point totals, and we're so proud of you. 8th grade, you also did an excellent job because you worked so hard on those language arts practice quizzes last week. You are ready. Our language arts RISE test starts tomorrow, and we know you're ready. Well done.
So speaking of ready 8th graders, everybody really, but especially 8th graders, right? M Games quizzes this week will be all about science. So those questions will be science questions to prepare you for next week, the RISE Science. So 8th graders, make sure that you are doing everything you can do. Get those quizzes done. Get all the points you can. 8th graders, we're winning this week.
8th graders, we're rooting for you, but I'm still rooting for 7th graders.
8th graders.
Hey there, Mustangs. I have yet to tell you about one of the most fun and most exciting parts of the M Games Part 2, the M Games part that you are working on right now. Most of you saw and got to use this sheet during your RISE testing this last week. I just grabbed a couple of these that show stamps or signatures that you got from your testing proctor for being on time, thoroughly using your scratch paper, bringing book and sitting reading quietly when finished, and completing double-checking your answers. But most students didn't know what were these for. Well, as you can see right back here, they are getting put into our M Games window. And we will continue to add to this every week. The green ones were the ones you used this last week for the writing test, but you're going to get a new one this next week for the language arts test. Every stamp, not just every paper, but every stamp or signature you get is one time your name is in the drawing. And we're filling this up to be able to do a big drawing. Here's what we'll do. Every single week, starting with next week's Mustang Media, we're going to give away a prize basket from one of these. At the end of the entire M Games testing, or the RISE testing, we will have a drawing like we did last year where we give out lots of prizes. And we will just keep drawing out people's names. That drawing's awesome at the end. I remember we gave away gift baskets. There were basketballs and footballs and soccer balls and lots of cool things that were part of that. So this is filling up quite nicely here. It'll be cool and exciting to see it as it fills up every week with the new cards you guys get turned in from the weeks before testing. We'll keep Mr. Johnson hard at work on this. Thank you, Mustangs. We look forward to this week.
So cool. Thank you for doing your best on the RISE. Let's take some time to recognize some more crazy students.
They can call me whatever they want, call me crazy. You can call me whatever you want.
I'd like to nominate Kyler Jackson for being STEM crazy. I appreciate Kyler's work ethic, positive attitude, and willingness to help others every day. Thanks, Kyler.
This is refreshing, just like how wonderfully refreshing Melanie's sound is. I'd like to give her a shout out as being the Mustang of the Month for zero quitting. Melanie works hard, She is a pleasure to have in class. She's always kind, hardworking. You should see some of the stuff she makes. She made this amazing room when she was in my fax class, and she works just as hard in CCA. We're proud of you, Melanie. Keep up the hard work and being amazing. Thank you.
I'd like to nominate for zero quitting John Say Moralek. He's in my 5th period class for college career awareness, and I haven't even been back for a week yet, and I never had him before, and he has been asking me lots of questions, trying to get his grades up, and he's really been doing a great job. Great job, John Say.
Put my heart where everyone can see. They can call me whatever they want, call me crazy.
Thank you for representing Westlake so well. Let's head to the hallways for some announcements.
Hello there, Westlake Mustangs. Hey, on May 16th, we need all the Chromebooks returned to us. If you're 7th grade, you might be able to just go ahead and check it out for next year. But if you have any special cases, bring them all in. May 16th, we need Chromebooks in, or we're going to have to charge you for them. If you have some special thing or need, let me know at that time, and we'll work it out for you.
Thank you. This week is Teacher Appreciation Week. Let's take some time to recognize all of our amazing educators here at Westlake for all of their hard work and dedication to our success.
I appreciate Mr. A because he always tries his best in class. He always gives 100% effort.
I appreciate Ms. Barker because she helps me a lot, and even though I don't believe in myself, she helps me believe in myself.
I want to thank Ms. Begay because she has helped me a lot this year, and I just really appreciate that because when times got rough, yeah, I just got help from her all the time, so thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bowman, for teaching us how to use different computer programs on the computer and coding. And it was really fun learning how to code.
He tells me what to do and I do it. And I love you, Mr. Bohr. You're my best teacher in the world.
I appreciate Ms. Boda because she's always nice and kind and keeps all her assignments simple and fun.
I really like Miss Brundage because even though when the class is crazy, she's really nice and gets everyone to be good.
My favorite thing about Miss Clayton is how prepared and organized she is. She's always making our lessons fun and exciting and always makes them easy to understand.
Miss Cole, I enjoyed being in your class last year. You were always determined to help your students do the best.
I enjoy Miss Kuhn's classroom because she makes everything easier to understand and helps me out in English.
Hi, Miss Cuomo. It's Vincent. I really liked the way you taught your class, and it was so much fun when you brought ice cream, cookies, and treats for the whole class.
I appreciate Miss Eaton because of the assignments she gives us. They're very fun and easy to understand.
I like Mr. Edwards because he's so chill, and whenever I go into the library, he always helps me with whatever I need.
What I like about Mr. Ferrarons is how he's so nice and calm, and he really helps us learn the language and make sure we understand the curricular all the time.
This week, I would nominate my teacher, Miss Gong. She is a good math teacher. She teaches good ways to other students.
Mr. G is really kind. He's always there for me, and he gives me more food than all the other classes I'm in.
Gracias, Miss Hay, por ayudarme en la clase de inglés a poder entender más el inglés, ya que no hablo mucho. Muchas gracias por ser una buena maestra.
I really appreciate Miss Horton because she's a really hard worker and she jokes around a lot. She's really funny.
Thank you, Mr. Huntington, for always helping your students learn.
Hi, Mr. Lineback. It's Hunter. I really appreciate you. You're always really
into teaching us what we need to learn.
What I liked about Miss Longstaff is how well she participates and helps kids in our class, and how she is an amazing role model for our classmates. Hi, Miss Lewis. I'm thanking you for being so kind and gracious to help me through this year and help me with a lot of problems that I've been going through lately.
I appreciate Mr. Mack because he always helps the students do the best they can and helps them understand the curricular.
Mr. Marsing's a cool teacher in class. He's fun and he makes sure you understand everything that he's teaching you. That's why I think he's a really great teacher. Mr. Marsing.
I really value that Mr. Moore is so patient and makes a ruckus of a classroom a fun place to learn.
Favorite thing about Miss Mulford is she's always doing fun things for the class.
Hi, Miss Montoya. One thing I really appreciate from you is that you're very kind and you're very respectful to the kids, and you ask what they like to do and what they don't like to do.
I appreciate Mr. Nelson because he always encourages students to do their best, and he's always there for students if they need him. He's one of my favorite teachers, and I really enjoyed his class.
Mrs. Osmond is a great teacher. She helps me with reading, and if I don't want to read that day, she usually helps me find a really good book to read. Her class is so much fun, and the atmosphere in there is great.
I appreciate Miss Pedersen because she was a really great coach in volleyball, and she always helps me understand what we're doing in U.S. history.
I appreciate that Miss Reeser always helps us with our work when we need help.
Thank you, Miss Reynolds, for being the best counselor out there.
Miss Reynolds, I appreciate you because you help me with the work that I need help on and help me understand it better.
I like Miss Reynolds because she's nice and she helps people get their work done, make sure people get their work done.
I appreciate that Mr. Rivera always, like if you have a question or even if you just try, he'll always help you and he'll be like, good job, even if you get it wrong.
What I really appreciate about Miss Rowland is she is an awesome coach. She really meets expectations about coaching, and she never forgets about all the students that achieve their goal. Thank you for being an amazing coach.
Mrs. Sanchez is a really great teacher because she takes her time helping other students and she's very fun.
The teacher I'm appreciating this week is Mr. Schaefer, and I'd like to thank Mr. Schaefer so much for being such an amazing math teacher and also for re-explaining concepts to me that I don't understand.
I appreciate that Ms. Smith always makes sure that her class is working hard to learn and is very caring about all of her students.
Mrs. Smith, it's been so fun to have your comforting smile with me throughout these years. Thank you so much for talking to and making sure that the students feel included.
Miss Dean-Blake does her best to help her students learn what they need to learn.
I really appreciate Mr. Stubbs. He's a very good teacher. He makes the classroom environment like a safe place.
Hi, Mr. Todd. It's Emil, and I appreciate how much you've done for us. My favorite memory was when we did the food truck.
Miss Walker is a really nice teacher. I'm really glad that I was able to have her for 3 different classes.
Thank you much. Best teacher ever.
My favorite thing about Mr. Wolf is how tolerant and kind he is, and he's always helpful in class when I need help.
I appreciate Mr. Youngstrom because he never invalidates people's feelings, and he always gives great advice whenever I have a problem that I need to solve.
That's it for us. Thanks for watching.
This is Mustang Media.